Well, hello everybody. Yeah, I was told I was a fool for mounting that speaker there. They said that it's taking up room and it's big and bulky and in the way. Well, what room do you use there? I've never seen anybody using room there. And you can strap a bag on there maybe. You know, hang a purse there if you're a little girl. But yeah, that speaker don't get in the way. It's quite out of the way. So I don't see where the beef is. I don't see where the beef is. It's quite well out of the way. We got our battery in today. It's sitting in the trunk right now. Trying to figure out different ways of mounting the battery. I like it in the trunk, but it's 20 extra pounds above midway of the bike. So it makes it kind of, I don't know, a lot of top heaviness. But I'll switch over to my POV camera to complete the video. So the video quality is going to suck. But, let me pause this. There. The video quality is probably going to suck, but, you know, at least I won't be stuck with this camera here on the tripod, which it doesn't like the LED lighting, so everything comes out dark. If I turn my exposure up, then it washes it out. So, okay, we'll go into the next part of the video here. Well, hello everybody. Well, we're back. I had to fix my point of view camera. The head strap on it broke. Well, as I said in the first part of the video, we have our battery in today. Right now I got it just sitting in here. I don't have the hinge pins in, so I got it so I can just remove the whole top right off. We'll set this over here. As you see, we can have our battery, helmet, miscellaneous other stuff in there, and still have plenty of room. It's not wired or nothing, it's just sitting in there. Let me move my junk here. This battery weighs quite a bit. Excuse me. It's like 17 or 19 pounds or something like that. And it kind of, I guess it's alright. It's going to throw the center of gravity off on the bike a little bit. I'll have to get used to it. That's if I mount it in here. Now, it's not going to just sit in there like that, obviously. You know, I got a strapping method I'm going to use, and it will be pretty much like that, up against the wall on there. So it won't bounce around. I got to put a battery switch on it, so I can switch between the battery on board, you know, the factory battery, or secondary battery, which this will be primary actually. That'll be used as secondary. But yeah, let's see if we can get this up out of here. It's a hefty little bugger, but there it is. It's our lithium phosphate. It's made of pouch cells. I don't know. Thought it had some shipping damage, but I guess it isn't. It's just how they put this top piece on and heat shrunk it. it pulled down more in this corner, that's all. But, yeah, that finally came in. Took forever to get here. You know, I ordered it like last month. But, it's, $270 for this sucker. So it's 48 volt, 25 amp hour. The one on board is about 10 amp hour. So if I can go, we'll say 30 miles one way with that onboard battery, you can do the math and figure out how far I can go. But these have a lot higher drain rate. You know, they're capable of draining a lot quicker than the lithium ion. And they're able to dissipate the heat better. So, yeah, that's something else I got to take into consideration. This is wrapped in black heat shrink, which isn't going to be in direct sunlight, but it's going to be in that trunk. And I dare say probably during the summer, she probably will get a little toasty in there. So I don't know if I can figure out ventilation or a little fan, circulate air or something like that. You know, I'll figure it out. It's no big deal. I'm not going to have the BMS in there. You know, I'm going to leave the BMS down lower, down in the deck where it is. If I did get a bigger battery for the deck, so I can get a 20 amp hour that'll fit in there. Okay. Then I can move my not my BMS, my bike controller, the speed controller and everything, to a little cabinet that I can build in here. You know, because there's a lot of space here I can utilize, and there's plenty of wire on it. But yeah, I had to move this back because of the seat, you know, and it still wouldn't open with the hinges. So I'm going to put something like this in there, pin locks, so I can easily remove them. It'll still open, but only to a certain amount. But if I do it like I'm doing it right now, I can lock it, throw these up, you know, and when it's locked, you can't get it out from under the seat to lift it off because it goes down in there too far. So I don't even see a problem leaving the hinge pins right out of it and just utilizing the lock and these, you know, to keep her locked down. I think that would be fine. But yeah, that's my dilemma right now, is trying to figure out. I don't want to cut a bunch of holes in it. I know I'm going to have to for power line, but I don't think I want my battery power switch up here. I think I'll mount it like down on this plate right here. And then I'll just do all the switching down there. Neat, out of the way, you can't see it. You reach down there and click. My junk pile over here. I don't know where I put it. But I got a 20 amp dual throw center off position switch, which I can mount down there. And then I can switch between top or bottom battery, which I don't think you'd do that with the power turned on, but, well, you probably could, but it probably wouldn't be advisable. And then I got to reprogram the voltage on my, well, actually no, because it cuts off on that before I'm reaching my absolute lowest on this. So yeah, it won't drain this beyond a critical point. So I guess I'm okay. But yeah, I'm happy. I think it's 17 pounds. I could be wrong. Let's see here. My slow computer here. I don't even know if you can see this. It says 17 pounds. This feels like a little bit more than that. I guess for its size, 17 pounds feels heavy. But it came with the charger. You know, the big lines of your drain, small lines of your charge. Came with those Chinese pieces. Tell you, Chinese are pretty retarded, let me tell you. They can do some smart things, but they also do a lot of retarded things. That's okay, but I got plenty of these, so I utilize those. But this is what they want me to use for a charge. And I'll tell you right now, it's pretty dumb and I'm not going to use it. I'm going to use one of them. Because there's a standard power cord. Okay? They don't even have it keyed. You'd think they put a key in it so you couldn't do this. Now say some unsuspecting person didn't know what they were doing. This is hooked to that battery. You plug this cord in, and then you plug it in the wall. What do you think would happen? It would not be pretty. But that's your Chinese folk for you. Now, they key it here on the charger. You know, their charger is keyed. See right there? But their plug isn't keyed. That's kind of ass backwards. If anything you'd want keyed would be the battery side. So you couldn't just jab any old cord into it. That's keyed, like it should be. This is not keyed. Standard PC power cord. You could literally plug it right in the wall and blow your shit all to hell. That's not cool. China. 58.8 volts, which I'm going to have to test that before I actually try to charge it. Just because, well, don't have a lot of faith in the Chinese. This one isn't easily taken apart like my other one. The other one actually had screws. Yeah, this ain't got no screws in it. This one's sonic welded together. Huh. Them little gooky bastards. Because these are, it don't matter what the voltage is on these. It's the same power supply or charger they send you. There's just a VR in there that changes the voltage. So they just set it to that voltage and tell you it's for your battery. But yeah, this one could be changed so it'll work with my ion. Or it can work with that. You know, it's just the voltage is different. So, you know, I could do fixed resistance and set a switch on it. You know, lithium ion or lithium phosphate. It's probably not too safe doing that because if you leave it in ion and plug it into phosphate, you'll swell the battery because it's, I think, I don't know, I think ion charges with more voltage. I could be wrong. Oh, let's see here. I never claimed to be a pro at this crap. Oh, it actually charges at a lower voltage. This is my ion charger. They built, you know, the battery on board. And it charges at 54.6. And the lithium phosphate charges at 58.8. And of course the current is no big deal though. Yeah, so I didn't realize that the phosphate's just a little bit more voltage, but not much. I was going to upgrade to 52 volt batteries, but you know, I was looking at the sizes of them, and yeah, I could utilize a big ass battery in there, but But yeah, this is the first thing that I'm going to address, is this charger plug. I do not like this. I refuse to put this on the battery for a charge port. I don't like these even when they're keyed, but I probably would have utilized it. But being that this is not keyed, that's like serious red flag. Don't do it. You know, Joe Blow goes and tries to help you out and plug your bike in to charge it, and yeah, plug that shit directly into 110. Yeah, I think this thing would let out a big old kaboom. I don't know how the BMS in there would react to slamming 110 directly onto the DC charge side of that BMS. You know, slamming 110 into it. I'm sure she'd let loose. We just don't know if it'd be violent. But if any of you are out there dumb enough or, you know, brave enough or want to make some views on YouTube, I'd like to see you take your charge lines and slam 110 volts into them while you're doing a video, and I want to see what that does. Not that I'll do it, but, you know, at least the curiosity would be entertained. But yeah, this is kind of a waste of high current Anderson power poles. You know, this is what, 20 amps, 25, 30? What's our maximum? Yeah, 40 amps is the most you can draw out of this. So these are 30, they'll take up to 60 peak. So these will be plenty. These are XT60s. You know, they're 30 all day long. You know, and then they'll take and, you know, take surge currents quite in excess of that. Plus they're a lot smaller. Damn, something bugging my throat. Because all this wiring and stuff's got to sit down in that lower deck, in the box under that deck. And this thing would just take up so much freaking room in there, it's ridiculous. Actually, it wouldn't be in there, it'd be up top, because these are so short. You know, it'd be up top, but I don't know. I don't know. I gotta think it out. Now I gotta run the wires out of the trunk down into the controller box. We'll call that the controller box, the main deck, where the speed controller and everything is. That's where everything's plugged in together down there anyways, where all the headlight and the blinkers and all that other crap, brake light and tail light and everything are all connected down there too. I don't know. I got my work cut out for me tonight. And I'll do it. I should see what the standing voltage on this sucker is. I can do that right now. Grab my broken multimeter here. It got me mad, so it went sailing across the room. And as you see, it didn't like it. Still works beautiful. I don't care. It's got battery acid on it and everything else. This thing's been through hell and back. But let's see what we got for standing voltage. Well, of course, they got that one squished. Make things difficult. The other one's open at the end. Okay. Now, let's see. We got 5346. According to these people, what's that state of charge? 5346. I'm over 90% capacity right now, according to this. 5346. Yeah, I'm under 100%, but I'm over that. So yeah, I'm probably maybe around 95% capacity right now. That's its float charge. That's what it shipped from Hong Kong Fui with. And that's what FedEx had on their truck today. I don't know if you're supposed to ship these fully charged. I think it's kind of a no-no. I think they are supposed to be like a 40 or some percent charge on lithium batteries when you ship them, because that's their least unstable, their most stable state. They're more unstable when they're low charged or discharged, and they're unstable or unsafe, vulnerable, whatever words you wish to use, when they're at their max charge. So yeah, I don't know, I read that somewhere, a couple different places. I have to look it up, but it's irrelevant. Because, you know, what are you going to do? Tell them to discharge the battery before you send it. Now, we got to hook this all up and see if old Chinaman is fudging their numbers. Because we know how Chinaman, they'll sell you a rechargeable penlight AA battery, and technically it's only like a 1800 milliamp, but they relabel them, 5300 milliamp, yay! Yeah, right. Yeah, you gotta laugh at old Chinaman. At least they're entertaining. All right, catch you all later until I get some more content, and of course I'm gonna edit some of the mumbling mumbo jumble here, but I'm gonna get back to listening to some music here, and solder me some ends on, because I'm definitely using these for the charge. I am not going to use that. Write in the comments on how many people actually use that thing. Do you use that plug? Or do you change it to something a little bit more smart and safe? I sure the hell ain't going to do it. I've been working with computers and electronics way too long, and going to people's houses for repairs and stuff, and I've seen some stuff that you stand back and you're like, damn, mankind is doomed. People do the dumbest things, but you could have a friend come over and, tell me, yeah, plug the charger into my bike for me while I go in and take a piss. Well, he sees the power cord there, and he sees your charge port. Plug her on in the wall. Not intentionally trying to screw you over, but he didn't know. But yeah. Don't do it. Is my advice. Don't do it. Don't. I don't know why they didn't send me a keyed one. The charger has the key on it. This plug does not. This is the one that should have the key in. Alright, catch y'all later. I'm going to get to undoing the tape. Getting their sticky crap off the wires, stripping them down. Get out my heat shrink. Get out my slaughtering iron. Start slaughtering up some wires here. Everybody likes to slaughter something at one time or another. Yes, I know it's solder for all the little anal retentive people out there. Catch y'all later. I'll be back with some more info when I either start the place on fire, which we'll try not to do. I gotta get these out of the house because I don't even like these things in the house. But we'll be back. See ya!